Good afternoon, ladies, it's Greg here again for an unboxing of a mystery kit. Don't know who sent it or anything. Don't know where it's come from. I've asked a few of my mates, Steve, the usual Al, Paul, all the usual suspects, and they say no, so God knows where it's come from. As you can see, it's the new Ryefield Sherman with full interior. And then it dropped dead when I opened the box. I was like, oh, what's this? Because I haven't ordered anything. Right, so let's have a look what we've got on the box. The box cover's quite nice. It's different display. It's the full length of the, instead of being that way, it's horizontal or vertical. I never get the right ones. So quite a nice box art. In the end, we have same artwork again. With the number of the kit is 5042, on which is 135 scale. And on the side we have sort of a top-down view of the Sherman interior, and a bit of the again the turret and the lower hull, and the crew seat and driver seats and machine gun and where all the ammo stored and the engine at the back there. And on the other side we have a couple of colour call-outs. Now we have three different ones, and the first one is 14th Tank Battalion, Germany, Spring 1945. And the second one is 35th Tank Battalion, 4th Armoured Division, Bastogne, Belgium, January 45. And the last one is World War II, US Army 30 blah blah blah. This painting style is the same as in the movie Fury. So anybody wants to do that, I think I may do that. I'm not too sure. Probably not. Right, so let's have a look what we're here for. Let's have a look at the plastic and everything else that's in here. So the damaged box got slightly damaged on the corner there, which was, I hope it's not damaged anything, but apart from that it's fine. Bloody hell, it's a big thick box and all that. Right, so you're greeted with loads of plastic. An dented side box which hopefully hasn't damaged anything. It doesn't look like it. Really full of sprues. So we'll do what we normally do. I shall put that to one side slightly and we'll go through the sprues. Well, as we go through, we'll just go through from whatever is on the top. So we have a spring here and a piece of wire. Oh yeah, yeah. And then the few polycaps and a piece of cotton string, and we have the decals, which I won't get out, but look nice. Even through here, there's no carrier film hardly at all. There's the decals. So we've got quite a few decals on that one, which is a bit more what to put on. And on the other side is we have the bit of PE, like light guards and little bits and bobs. So that's what we first greeted with them. We'll put them in the lid for now. First sprue we'll take out of the bag. No staples, great. Ryefield, love Ryefield stuff. Really nice. Really, really nice. So we start off with a bit of this turret ring there, which is oh yeah, sorry, the turret ring, and that was quite nice. Nice detail on that, and then the lower hull, sorry, the lower turret. There's a mantlet, which is really nice. Got lovely cast texture, and same one of the end hatches, either the driver, I would think, or the loader or something. I'm not too sure, or radio operator. There's a cupola, and lovely detail on the cupola as well. If you can just, I'll just bring it into you. You know, cast texture on there as well. Really nice. And there's the main barrel, which is not slide molded, but single piece. So there isn't much to clean up on there. He's got this, obviously the seam line and the points where it's attached to the sprue, but you know, it's better than putting two pieces together and trying to get the seam line out. So that's number one. Second sprue with all the clear stuff. I won't get out of the bag either. We've got periscopes, lights, It's mainly periscopes and a few lights like for the rear, I presume, in there. So there we are. We'll do all the these ones first. Then we have the turret. That looks nice as well. Oh, that is nice. That is really, really nice. The detail and the texture and the casting numbers on that. Really, really nice. That's spot on, that. Really nice quality as well. My Ryefield kits, I do like my Ryefield kits, as you've seen with the Tiger, and I've got the Test Challenger, Test 2, Test? I don't really remember. Yeah, Challenger 2 Test, which I'm looking forward to build. And then we have the main hull, which again, not even stuck into the bag, it looks splendid. Oh yeah. Yeah, and they've got risen weld lines, weld seams, it's good, not to mess about with them. Yeah, it's 2019 moulding, so it's obviously been from another kit, well, produced for another kit I presume as well as this one, not too sure. But there again, we've got lovely, lovely texture, really have. Rolled steel on that, you can't really beat that for quality, can you? And we've got the caps again on there with different textures on there as well. And it says, here we are, that's what it says, 2019 on the sprue gate there. But that looks really nice quality, doesn't it? The actual hull itself, the upper hull, sorry. Right, come to the big sprues now. A lot of it will be interior stuff and I won't have a clue what they are, but I'll point out things as we go along, what I recognise or what I think I recognise. Get into the bag would help first, wouldn't it? Yeah, this looks like a bit of interior stuff to me. Apart from, yeah, it's a firewall. Quality is lovely again, it really is. It says no flash. Start off with here. It's the firewall between the engine, I presume, and the crew quarters. With the bits and pieces, I would say, for all the internal stuff. Again, lovely, lovely detail again, and no flash or anything inside like that. The injection marks are where they should be, where you're not going to see them. Some really small parts on the bottom of there as well. Like chain, looks like a chain driven thing, something like that. I'm not too sure. Part of the engine perhaps. 100% sure on that one. There again, the detail is really, really nice. Nice quality again. Nice quality. Then we have another sprue, which again looks like all the interior stuff again. We have looks like a drive shaft, transmission block. I'm not too sure what the other parts are, but there's a couple of, like, what are they? Grease guns, fire extinguisher, and again really, really nice quality. You can't go wrong with that quality like that. Really nice. That's transmission block. I think that's a transmission, yeah. Some other bits and pieces again. I think that must be the engine to go in the back of the engine as well, which must be the rear, the engine compartment. There's fire extinguisher and there's two little guns there. I'm not too sure what they are. Grease guns or something, what they're called. I'm 100% sure on that. Some other tiny little bits as well. And there's the drive shaft. which is one piece. Again, just needs to be cleaned the seam line off, and the sprue points. Again, really nice, really nice. And by the looks of that, we have a radio operator, or the main console for the driver. Should be a bucket of paint unless there's decals to go with it. You should never really notice on the decals, but we'll find out when we get onto the instructions. Okay. I want to get one of these out, let's see exactly the same. And again, it's more interior stuff. There's some shells with the fan blades. Fan blade. Another one with those little guns again. I don't know what they are. 100% sure. But the quality again is top notch. Driver's seat there, but I presume it's the driver's seat as well. I'll have a look at that. Really small parts there as well as the driver's seat. Again, some other little bits and pieces again. One of those guns again. There's the fan, the radiator. There's a couple of shells there as well. But again, the quality is, really cool, high quality stuff. High quality stuff. Right, the next sprue again. I think this is more interior. It looks like it. It certainly does. I can't get over how somebody would send me a kit like this and don't leave their name or anything. It just shows you the people in this hobby are, one in a million. They really are. And again, really looks nice as well. A lot of interior stuff again on here. I can see another fire extinguisher, another one of those little guns again, and storage for the shells. And what looks like another part of a firewall again. The quality is really nice again. We can't fault it. There's the shell racks, some more bits and bobs and block. I don't know what these are. I haven't got a clue. There again, the detail is lovely. Really high quality stuff. There's like a fire extinguisher. Oh no, it's one could be the what do we call it? Oxygen is the stuff for starting the engine on certain vehicles. I may be wrong. Something like that. I think there's another one of those guns, but there again, quality is superb. There's a sprue again with what looks like more interior. Obviously we've been in interior kit, you're going to get interior. Lovely again. Qualities again. There's a few pipes for the engine, I presume. Looks like this is the engine. I'll have to be careful with that sprue, I don't lose that. Yeah, this is all part of the engine by the looks of it. Again, the quality is nice again. There's the engine block. Presume all these little parts to go on the engine. One would presume. There again, the quality is top notch. There's little small sprue gates on the small items, which is brilliant, so you're not messing about too much with the clean up after taking them off the sprue. But yeah, really nice again. Really nice. Right, we have I think this is like to show the scale thickness of the armour, by the looks of it, for the turret. One would presume. And also we have another barrel on here as well, which again is not slide mouldy but in one piece. We have three, this is part of the turret, the gun mechanism inside. We've got a 30 cal there. Some little bits and pieces again. But these look like there's 3 of these on this side. I don't know why there's 3. There must be for different variants. But they look like they go inside the hull. Sorry, the turret for a scale thickness. I presume. I may be wrong. That's part of the gun. And there as well. There's a 30 cal, which is slide moulded. Maybe on it. Is it? Yeah, slide moulded, and the engine. The end is drilled out. You can see that. Just there. So that's a nice touch as well. There's a lot of stuff on there. I wouldn't have a clue what it is. But as we're going along, I'll probably find out what parts go where and the names of them. Right, so we have another 2 sprues in this bag, and obviously this is the wheels and the running gear. There's two in here, so we only need to bring 1 out. Really nice again. Sprue A. A couple of different drive sprockets you can choose from. Another 30 cal. Slide moulded again. There's tiny pieces. Got the wing nuts on the bottom of there. We have. I'm going to be careful we don't lose those when we put them back in the bag. The wheels are nicely detailed. Really nicely detailed those. And can't quite make it out. The camera might be able to make it out. Some lettering on the wheels. Just see them. I can just make them out. There's the periscope guards, but I think we've got them on the PE, so we'll be using the PE ones. All to do with the suspension, all this. There's suspension for the wheels. There's the upper wheels. There's a 30 cal again, with slide moulded, and there's the sprockets. So it's 2 sprues like this, so you've obviously got a choice of sprockets. Return rollers, that's what I'm looking for. Part of those there. I went blank out, but the type of detail again is really nice. Quality is superb. Yeah, maybe able to tell on the return wheel on there. You see the lettering perhaps there. Yeah, there we go. Don't know what it says, but it's there. There's 2 lots, one at the bottom and the side, the bottom and the top of it. So that's nice as well. Still loads of plastic to do here. Here with some more interior again by the looks of it again. Yeah, looks like for the turret this time again. Radio operator, sorry, radios and things I presume. Fire extinguisher. Other bits and pieces, but really nice detail on the small pieces for the radios and the inner stuff. You just have to be careful we don't knock them off the sprues, that's the only thing. But I can save that for any kit really. There we have, there's the, I presume that's a radio. Again, high quality again. Really nice quality. Apart from the turret basket I presume. You just have to be careful with all these little small pieces. I'll put them back in the bag and be careful. And again with another sprue here, we have another 30 cal and a 50 cal as well on this one in parts. So it looks like it's been slide moulded. Some of the Pioneer tools, the gun crutch. Yeah. some small tiny pieces again, jerry cans, 50 cal. First little bit of flash on the end of the 50 cal. That's nothing, whisper that, and there's a few more of these. I think these are the grease guns. What do you call whatever they are? Yeah. So we have the 50 cal there and a 30 cal again, both sides moulded. Again, multiple parts, and the actual cooling sheath around the outside is hollow as well, right through, so that's a nice touch as well. And the choice of barrels. So there's the guns, different guns again. Jerry cans, Pioneer tools, all nicely done, nice quality again, and there's, you know, no stupid pin marks on them. So the gun crutch is really quite thin, that one, isn't it? Really, I've never seen one as thin as that. I presume it's a gun crutch, maybe even isn't, I don't know. Looks like it could be. And there's the Pioneer tools on there. They look nicely moulded as well. Nice detail on them. Seem to be a lot thinner, especially the shovel handle than normal. But really quite nice quality again. Can't argue with the quality. Right, oh, this is going to be the killer. I won't get these out of the bag, but I'll get one sprue out. I'll find a way to get into it. I'll get one sprue out. Individual guide holes to put on. Each track's going to consist of 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. There again, you've got a small jig there to help you out. And again, you can't argue with the quality again. You know, inner pads and outer pads. There's the guide ons, and there's a section between each wheel, between each track. Be careful when we clean those up. And there's the put the tracks. There's one, so there's one on each sprue track guides. So we'll work that out when we get to it. But again, the quality is nice. Not too many clean up points either, which is a bonus. And again, we have another mantlet. We have a canvas cover in there as well. Some of these parts may not be used on the version, depends on what version you're going to build, I presume. Well, get into it again. Obviously, sprue D, there's a big holy one there. So obviously something going to be in there in the future, or I would presume. A bit of another cast texture again, and we have, like I say, a canvas cover, some spare tracks, other bits and bobs, fuel can lids, sorry, the fuel lids for the upper deck. Nice quality, they're really nice detailed on those. You bring those in, they're quite nice to detail them. So we have to be careful with the little parts on the edges. And again, there's another mantlet, bit of cast texture on this here. Again, spare tracks, there's the canvas cover, 4 parts, shouldn't be a problem. Some of the little bits and pieces on the bottom there, as we've seen. So again, another nice looking sprue, and this is the last of the plastic, I believe. This is a large sprue which contains a transmission cover. Yeah, basically the lower hull, which isn't a bathtub. And once we get into it, oh nice, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, it's all the lower hull. There we are. There's the sides. There's at the bottom. All lovely details. Some of the engine hatches, grill covers, whatever you want to call them. And we have the bolts for the transmission cover, two types. There's the driver's hatch and presumably the radio and bow gunner's hatch, part of the transmission covers. Again, they've all got that nice texture on the inside. There's the sponsons. Nice detail on those again. Looks like a reed deflector, I may be wrong. Past the mud guards with the yeah, it's alright because you get the that's fine. I thought we were going to see a big ugly pin mark there, but and there's the transmission cover again with that nice texture and the casting numbers as well. Can't argue with that. So that's on the other side. So that's the plastic. And then we have the instruction manual, which is a bloody book, quite thick. We'll go through it quickly, but first two pages are obviously the sprue map, what we've got there, and then we're straight on to the first part, which is to drill out two holes on the upper hull. And then we start like obviously the internal stuff, the front mantlet, all that kind of stuff. I'll flick through it all, and it's quite nicely laid out as well. Alternative parts, not too much going on in each section. And there's the I was saying about the PE light guards and PE periscope covers. They're there. And again we're carrying on with all the upper hull again on the external stuff this time. Sorry, we can't get all this in shot too close, and you know, you see about the nice, the way it's laid out is nice. It's not overcrowded. It's very nice. Not too much going on, which is a bonus. That's all the upper hull as well. Still on the upper hull. There's alternative parts for different parts, and then we have the engine cover, which is presumably made to work. As you can show the engine, where we are. This gives you a nice guide of what it should like, hopefully. Some more of the upper cover as well. Still on the upper hull, little sprue, the little sponson things that go onto the side of the tank for the tracks. Again, at the back again, looks like the back of the tank again, obviously internal stuff, or is it just part of the rack for the storage at the back? I'm not too sure. But I say there's lots and lots and lots and lots of things going on here. We're still doing upper hull stuff again, and then we switch to the internals, I think, no, so the outside of the for the return rollers at the top. And then we're starting a bit on the inside, on the internal walls. And again, doing the other side as well, broken down to left and right, so same picture but different sides. And then we're starting to assemble the lower hull. And again, some small bits and pieces, telling you what goes where and what depth. What do they say about it? That's PE as well, yeah. So all the little PE parts are in yellow, which I should have said really, but it's quite nice. So it shows you where they're actually sitting and position to look like. It's nice. Sometimes they just arrows point to somewhere that you don't really, it doesn't really show you properly. And again, we're starting on the rear. There's the exhausts, bits and pieces, and again in here. We got a CAD drawing showing you where what it all looks like when it's supposed to be together. Same on here as well. All the handles, it looks like everything's getting slowly coming together, but there's a lot of detail in there, isn't there? Looks like a hell of a lot of detail. The transmission and everything, all the clutch and levers to pull. I mean, it's going to be a job and a half, isn't it? And then we're starting with the engine. So you know, looks highly detailed. That's what it should look like in the end. It's, you know, all for the engine, and then we start again on the internal firewall again. It's like a library book, this. And then we're carrying on fitting the engine to the firewall. Again, really nicely detailed and really nicely quality, you know, instructions. Again, giving you a sort of a look down view of what it should look like. I like it when it's like this, doesn't throw everything at you at once, if you know what I mean. There'll be a lot of steps, but the steps are manageable and not overbearing. It's connecting using that vane as well, the external stuff as well. Part of the transmission. Again, what it should look like when you fit it all together. Outer transmission cover. So it'll be final drive cover. The sprocket to sit on. And we're starting on the upper down there again, putting the transmission cover together. And again, just giving you the colours for your shells and a shell rack. Oh, them little pieces of shells sort of look like they're full shells, but they're not. And again, it's giving you little details on how it should look when you've got the parts together. And obviously the length of whatever it is. What's the length? Yeah. And more internal stuff again. Just slowly building it all up. There's the driver's seat and the radio operator's seat, and then we're coming down again, some more stuff again, and then we're starting with the building of the bogies for the wheels. And again, it's showing you it's workable and how it should look when you've finished it. And again, we're reassembling the wheels on the bottom and the sprockets. This is normal stuff now, and the building of the tracks. Obviously, tracks won't be going out at that point. And then we have some more internal stuff by the looks of it. Again, with a bit of P thrown in for good measure. Yeah. More stuff for internal stuff again. And again, it's quite crowded in there, isn't it? And again, some more stuff again. P, call it P there as well. Well, it's inside the sponson. And then we're starting on the upper hull, sorry, the turret, sorry, my apologies. Again, you have an alternative part, which we've seen in the box, and what I was saying, yeah, it goes slides in there, so it's like a scale thickness, which is nice. Upper hull, sorry, upper turret again, you know, just enough to keep you, you know, where you're going, not too overcrowded. On step 46, and then we're starting with the gun, starting with the gun breech. Again, broken down into nice manageable chunks. Really nice. Obviously, what it should look like. There's that little exclamation. If part C35, the artillery cannon, cannot move. If you're using part C35, the artillery cannon movable. Right, okay, we'll get to that part when we come to it. Broken down English that was. Again, we're still on the turret ring, which we have a bit of PE for what looks of it. Pulling that up slowly. Again, a lot of internal stuff on the turret. Still on with the turret as well. Fire extinguisher, seats, you know, you name it, it's in there. Then putting it together, and then we do a bit of upper turret stuff on the top, that'll be you know, hatches and one thing and another. And we've got the P light guards, sorry, the periscope guards. And again, more stuff like the cupola, You've got glass to go in there as well, which is nice. There's 50 cal being put together, either 50 cal or 30 cal, whichever or whatever you want to use. I think that's the 50 cal, just different barrels, I think. And then again we're adding stuff to the upper hull. There's the alternative parts again, which is in green, which is not too sure what all that's about, but please see page 39 for machine gun stowage. I see, that's for the stowage of the machine gun. I see, if you want to have it stored. Right, and then we get into the alternative again. You've got the canvas one, or just a plain mantlet. Again, putting the all together, and then we're putting the upper hull to the lower hull. Cable, tow cable, bits and pieces on there again. And then we on the deflectors. Building that up as well, all the detail on those. And then put the main barrel on. And we're attaching that to the upper hull. And that's it finished. But this is this is nice. It's giving you a colour call out as well, basically what it should look like, what colours to choose, which is a nice touch, really nice. I think a lot of these kids do these nowadays. And then we have the engine, and then we have the storage racks for all the shells, and then we have the part of the turret, and then we have some call outs, which we said before. We've got those on the side of the box. They're all MIG colours. I've got some MIG colours, but I'll see what I've got first. So yeah, so whoever's been so generous to send me these, I had to pick myself up off the floor when it arrived. Totally not expecting anything like this at all. So quality of the kit is amazing. You can't go wrong with the Ryefield kit, I feel. So it'll be interesting to build this. I think it's going to be a long build. I'm not quite ready to do an interior yet. So I'm just getting myself back into the hobby after a rough year and a bit. But I'm getting better now, which is good. So this will be in the pipeline a long way, but not at the moment yet. It's a bit too much for me at the moment, but I'll gradually get back into it. So I'd like to say thank you very much for stopping by and viewing the latest wares from Ryefield, which is the new Sherman with the interior. So thank you very much for all my subscribers, new and old, and I will have another update on the striker coming shortly, so that'll be on the way next few days. So obviously Greg signing off, and we'll catch you very soon.